Sorry, I just had a donut.
Kelsey,
You're good. Good.
I years ago reported from China. I wonder if you could tell me a little bit about what your experience was there. How were you treated? What did you think of the environment? And what did you team do besides everything else?
China was an experience. Culturally, I was able to learn a lot. The food was very interesting. I was able to try a lot of different things that I didn't know. But overall, I think the basketball, which was the reason I was there, was very impactful. Very rough and rugged basketball. You kind of got to get out the mud there. So it's kind of like, I don't know, I grew a different respect for how they play basketball internationally. So it was a good experience overall, though.
It's not the same food as people think here.
No, not at all.
Plus, I know you have a huge appreciation for this game.
Yeah.
And this moment you're training right now in your career. How much are you looking forward to this opportunity to play with these ladies here and try to win a championship?
Oh man, that's a great question. I'm very excited. Anybody that know me, like I kind of just look at the basketball part for what it is, and I look at year 8 and where it started. And I don't know, I never thought I'd be here. I'll be honest about that. But I'm grateful for the experience, and I think like having this group and having us in the city of Indianapolis, I think like the best of both worlds is happening right now. So I'm a bask in it and just kind of enjoy the moment.
This is by far the highest expectations a team you've been on.
Yeah.
How do you manage that yourself, or how do you handle it going into the year?
I really never thought about it like that. I'm sorry, but I think for me, I've always been in tune to the basketball part, and so for me, that's easy. Anything that you said, I label our team as, whether it was good or bad, I've always dealt with it. I've kind of seen it all, but to know that there's a little bit more pressure to kind of like win, quote unquote, I think that'll take care of itself. So I'm not too worried about it.
You like that idea of having the pressure on you guys?
Kind of. It's kind of just like you fight or flight at that point. You can't turn away. And I think that, individually I prepared, but I also trust my team. I think individually they prepared, and I think collectively we prepared to be in this moment. And so we're going to do that and do our best at it.
How do you pair the experience you've had with this franchise in the years that you've been here with, the championship experience, the younger people, and just kind of this whole merge to, put out that on-court product?
I think it was always a part of the process. I think that, there wouldn't be Indianapolis without what happened in the past years. Obviously, I think Tamika Catching's done a great job of paving the way, along with like your Stephanie Whites and Larkin and all those guys. So for us to be here and me go through the trenches, kind of so to speak, with everything that Indy's been through, and to see it now, full. I'm grateful I was a part of the process. I've seen it in every era and every way, and so I could look back on it now and say it was worth it.
To be such a big part of that process, and then to know that Stephanie White is your coach, what has that been like, just kind of through the, settling into it?
Player to player, because she was once a player. It's dope to have a basketball mind that once done it. Not the other coaches have it, but I think that it's a different respect for it because she's actually literally been through it here at this franchise. And so it's a different appreciation for the winning that she's done in Connecticut. And so for her to come and take the time for me and Kaylin, AB and all our young ones, we appreciate it, and we our goal is not to let her down.
Kelsey, given all your circumstances and going to the barn and all those different, what was your reaction when you learned about this $78 million practice facility and something that potentially you'll be able to enjoy down the road?
They sent me a mock-up, and I was at home. I just got back from China, and I literally was baffled because you see it on the college universities got all this nice and glitz and glamour, but to know that people are taking time to actually pour into what is and what could be for time to come, I'm absolutely grateful. And then on a more personable player level, I'm so grateful because it's we don't have that season or those seasons to take off season, and so the facility that they're building, we have now somewhere to come and really stay and be a market in Indianapolis and keep getting better in the off season. So I'm grateful for the fact that they've taken time to pour into us for real.
What do you remember about your first year, the culture of the organization?
Oh man, the culture was always one of those things that Indiana basketball was always ingrained regardless. But I do think the dynamic and the impact has been changed from year to year. It showed from where I started. I had the vets that are now coaching and stuff, and so now I look back on it and I'm on a different fold of it. I just thank God that I could be able to say that I was a part of it and see from year 1 to year 8 how far I've come and how far this franchise come.
With the new coaching staff, new front office, just how have you seen the culture change from last year?
Oh no, it's just even us going to the Pacers game yesterday. It's the aura is just different. we sit and watch games like we like been family for like years, kind of like. I sat there with like C Squared. I sat there with Caitlin. And we just talk about basketball. And then I sit with Stephanie. We talk about basketball. And it's like for some reason, like the love language that we all have for basketball just kind of made, I don't know, the culture easy to be around this time around.
Kelsey, Iowa fans were such a huge
Yeah.
part of the fan base last year.
Yeah.
What's the excitement level going into Iowa City and going into their area?
We talked about this the other day as a team, and I've never really been to Iowa like in this regard. I'm in the Big Ten, so I've seen a little bit. But I would say that now on a different side of seeing Kaylin be supported and be loved and be poured into, I think that opportunity would be really great for me. These people love who she is and what she's brought to their state. So me getting to see it up close as a teammate, I'm kind of excited because I never seen Iowa City and how they get down. So we're going to see.
It gets crazy out there.
Okay.
Hey Kelsey, you mentioned you knew Steph had coached her before he played.
Yeah.
Did you know that she was on the original Fever team 25 years ago?
I found out like 2 or 3 days ago because she was talking to Catch about it, but I did not know that, which makes it so much more important for us not to mess this up.
Can you guess how many points she averaged a game on that first team? I'll give you 3 guesses.
I'm gonna say like 11.5. Like 8 points a game. Ooh, that's my last one.
You're close.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna be in the middle. I'm gonna be like 5 and a half, 6.
7.2.
Dang.
2 more.
Kelsey, is it fair to say maybe you have a different joy about you this season? You seem like a lot more yourself, if that makes sense. Do you feel that way?
I don't know, man. I've been through a lot, and my last year has been very life altering. I think mental health is real. I think taking time to really bask in where you are individually. I think pain and grief is real, and so when I look back at how far I've come, really like going through a training camp last year with like pain and death. I now like on the other end of it, it's so much more to be grateful about. And like in the absence of my father, I feel like I owe to myself to kind of be who I am. And that's what I'm gonna be. So I'm excited.
As a team, what is a successful season for you guys as a team?
Success. I think for one, it's not letting this deteriorate what we are. I think that this is a process, and I think success for us is really taking each game like we're supposed to. And I think if you trust in this group, let it be winning. And if winning is gonna be our goal and be our impact, then that's the standard for us. And I think for us, the goal is to win as much as we possibly can.